What is momentum?
With direction.
It is the product of mass and velocity.
Yes, it is the product of mass and velocity, and the momentum of a body is a vector quantity. Okay, meaning there is some direction associated
With magnitude.
Yes, along with the magnitude, there is direction associated with momentum of a body. Now, the law of conservation of momentum states that whenever we are talking about two objects, suppose they interact in some way, interacting in some way, like they can actually come and collide with each other. Like say two balls are moving, consider two billiard balls. If you are playing on a pool table, or consider two billiard balls, so you use your cue to hit one ball, it goes and hits the second ball. Now, so they are actually physically colliding. Now, in class 9, have you till now in chemistry, have you studied the Rutherford's experiment?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so in you will in a while study Rutherford's experiment. In Rutherford's experiment, some helium particles, helium nuclei are made to collide with a glass foil. Sorry, not a glass foil, made to collide with a gold foil. So in that case, the helium nuclei might not actually go and touch the gold foil. It gets deflected by it. It gets deflected due to the force exerted by the particles in the foil. So even that case, in physics, even if the path of one particle is getting changed due to another particle, due to a force being exerted, even those interactions can be termed as collisions. Are you getting my point? ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि physically आके they should hit each other. It's not necessary. Like in this case, the scenario in front of you, you can actually see two balls A and B. They are moving with some velocity UA and UB. I have used the terminology UA and UB because U is a term that we use to denote initial velocity. So UA is the initial velocity associated with particle A, which is having a mass ma. UB is the initial velocity associated with particle B, which is having mass mb. Now tell me, if they collide with each other and then they again start moving, their velocity can change easily. Suppose initially the velocity, of UA was 10 meter per second and UB was 20 meter per second. First of all, with these velocities, will they ever be able to collide?
No, ma'am.
No. I need to switch their velocities. They will collide only if the ball which is behind is having a higher velocity.
And the higher velocity of the A
Now
ball
they
and
can
B
collide.
will be smaller.
Now they can collide. So they were initially moving with certain velocities. Okay. Now they collided with each other. Okay. Now they start moving. तो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है that they should keep on moving with the same velocities they were having.
And they will.
Ma'am, it will change.
Because direction will
velocity-
change. Ma'am, so velocity will also change.
Even if the directions don't change, the velocities can very well change. Okay, even if the velocities
And because of the force applied by the A ball on the B ball, it will change.
Yes, because when they interact with each other, ball A will apply some force on ball B, and similarly, ball B will apply some force on ball A. Due to these forces being exerted, their individual velocities would change. Now, what does this law say or tells us? this law tells us that whenever two objects collide, then if there are no other forces acting on the system, so there are only two forces acting here. Force exerted by ball A on B and by ball B on A. We are not considering any other force. So if there are no external forces acting on the system, then this law says that the total momentum of the system will remain conserved. Meaning, suppose the mass of object A was 2 kg and mass of object B was 3 kg. So what was the total initial momentum? Total initial momentum was 20 into 2 plus 3 into 10. I've just done M into U and M into U for body A and for body B. So the total momentum is 40 plus 30, 70 kg meter per second. So this law says that the total momentum after the collision should stay 70 kg meter per second. So their velocities basically will redistribute themselves in such a manner that the total momentum of the system will always remain conserved. So this law is always valid, irrespective of what is happening. If there is no external force acting on the system, then we will always find that whenever two bodies interact or collide with each other, then the total momentum always remains conserved. It is almost similar to law of conservation of energies you have studied in junior level, like, or you might have studied law of chemical reaction, right? I think that's the starting point of your chemistry when you are studying chapter 1,
No, ma'am.
law of chemical combination, law of conservation of mass in a chemical reaction. Not studied.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, law of conservation of energy says that total energy in the universe always remains a constant. You cannot create energy. You cannot destroy energy. You can only change it from one form to another. So coming back to this topic, so what does this implies? So this implies obviously the mass remains the same. So that velocity, first it was 20 and 10 meter per second. So it might happen that velocity of A now becomes 12 meter per second. So that would be 24 meter per second. So can you predict what should be the velocity of B in that case? Final velocity of B.
Well,
What?
I was saying that 36.
46.
No. ये मैं अपने लिए कैलकुलेशन कर रही हूँ. Okay, let's take it to be just to make your work easier. Let's say it was 15. So basically it means अगर इसकी velocity कम हो गई है, if you see it was initially moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second and its velocity has become 15 meter per second. What should happen? What would have happened to the velocity of B? It should have increased or decreased? हाँ जी, ninth B, ninth F. It should have increased or decreased. That's simple enough. अगर इन दोनों का sum same रहना चाहिए, ठीक है? The total momentum should remain 70 kg meter per second. Now इसका momentum कितना बन रहा है अभी तक? 30 kg meter per second. इसका मतलब इसका initial momentum क्या था? For object B, the initial momentum was 30 kg per second. Now its final momentum should be 40 kg per second. 40 kg per second कब होगा इसका final momentum? जब इसकी velocity almost 13.3 मीटर पर सेकेंड हो जाएगी. 3 into 13.3 would be 39.9. See, you have to understand that the sum total should remain the same. So initially, ball 1 was moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second. So its momentum was 40 kg per second. Let's draw it here. Okay. So ball 1, which was of 2 kg, it was moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second. So its initial momentum becomes 40 kg per second. This is ball B. It is of 3 kg and it was moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. So its momentum was
30 meter per second.
30 kg. Okay. Now they collided. So once they collided, now their velocities have changed. Now iski velocity from 20, it decreased to 15 meter per second. The mass is still 2 kg. So its momentum has reduced to 10 kg per second. Now, to conserve the momentum, to understand so that the rule holds true, it means इसकी velocity, अगर मैं आपको बोलूं बताओ इसकी velocity कितनी होनी चाहिए, हमें पता है कि sum total
70 kg minus 30 kg.
40 kg.
It would be
40
40
kg
kg.
meter per second will be momentum.
40 kg meter per second इसका मोमेंटम तब होगा जब इसकी वेलोसिटी होगी 13.3 मीटर पर सेकेंड.
Yes, ma'am.
3 into 13.3 would be 39.9 now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
तो अब अगर हम सम टोटल देखें, it comes out to be 70 kg meter per second and this is also 70 kg meter per second. So understand this. Velocity of A has changed. From 20 it has gone to 15. Velocity of B has changed. From 10 it has become 13.3 meter per second. But sum total of their momentums have been conserved. So whatever momentum has been lost by A, we can say it has been gained by B. So we have not destroyed any momentum. It has just got transferred from object A. It has got transferred to object B. नहीं था समझ आ रहा है बेटा?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the law of conservation of momentum says that the sum of momenta of two objects before collision is equal to sum of momenta after collision, provided there is no unbalanced forces acting on them. Fine. So why do we take this condition that there is no unbalanced forces acting on them? क्योंकि अगर बाहर से कोई forces लग रहा है और उसको बैलेंस आउट करने में मोमेंटम चेंज हो जाता है, then this law will not hold true. ठीक है? Then the momentum lost by A could have been gained by that external force. But we are considering कि और कोई force act नहीं कर रहा system पे. Okay, that's why we put in an additional condition that there is no other unbalanced forces acting on the system. Fine. Now, अब ये तो हो गया एक theoretical. We observed that this happened every time two objects collided. Then their final velocity were always in accordance with this rule. Fine. Now, how do we prove that yes, this actually happens? So here is the proof of the law. Before we go on to the proof, please you can note down the statement of the law of conservation of momentum. Please give a heading, law the law of conservation of momentum and write down the sum of momenta. Momenta basically is the plural of momentum. The sum of momenta of two objects before collision.
Wait a minute.
Okay. The sum of momenta of two objects before collision is equal to the sum of momenta after collision, provided there is no unbalanced forces acting on them.
Okay, ma'am.
So, how do we prove this law? So, we consider two objects A and B. They were moving with some initial velocity UA, UB. They collided and again started moving with new velocities. For simplicity's sake, we are not taking any change in direction. We are considering कि वो जिस direction में आ रहे थे उसी direction में straight move करते जा रहे हैं. ठीक है? So ball A exerts some force on ball B. We call that as FA. Ball B also exerts a force on ball A.
FB.
So let's call that FB. So this is force by A on B.
Force by B.
This is force by B on A. So for FA can be written as mass of A
Yes,
into
ma'am.
acceleration
Of A.
A. Okay, so MA into A. And force exerted by B would be MB into
B.
A. Now, acceleration produced in A would be equal to, we know the formula for acceleration, V minus U by T. So now I'm just putting the formula V minus U by T. Now, we know that whenever two forces act simultaneously, we know that action force is going to be equal to the reaction force. So as per my third law of motion, these two forces, FA and FB, should be equal to each other. They cannot be different from each other. They should be equal to each other. But look at their direction. A is exerting force towards the right hand side. B is exerting force towards the left hand side. So I call it FA should be equal to minus of FB. This negative sign indicates that both of them act in opposite directions.
Yes.
This much is clear.
Yes.
So now
Yes,
for the next step, we simply write the expression again. So this was VA minus UA by T. This is MB BB minus UB by T. Put a negative sign here. T and T get cancelled. We get MA BA minus MA UA equals to minus MB VB plus MB UB. This negative term, we bring it to the other side, and this negative term, we bring it towards the left hand side. So we are left with MAVA plus MBVB equals to MAUA plus MBUB. MAVA क्या है? Final momentum of
ball A.
Of ball A.
A. This is final momentum of B.
Ball B.
Yes.
This is initial momentum of A.
and initial momentum of ball B.
Initial momentum of B. So ultimately, and there is an addition sign between these. So this means that total final momentum of A plus B is equal to total initial momentum of A plus
B.
And this is what we had set to prove out. That
Yes, ma'am.
momentum is conserved. So we have proven that whenever two objects undergo a collision, then the total momentum of the system remains conserved. ठीक है?